Indianapolis. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Strong going to look to throw it right off the bat. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On first down, Strong. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 43. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Vikings, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw on third down, Strong. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Now a handoff up the middle. Whitfield. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Operating from the gun. Strong. Dancing to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now a give right side. Whitfield. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
To throw, Cousins. Uses the stiff arm. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoe. All right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the giver speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
On 2nd down, Whitfield. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll work this down inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Cousins on 1st down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing to start the drive. Strong. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Strong. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. These two teams all tied after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Strong. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take, catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week, so this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Cousins now from the 50. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. The Vikings sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Throwing to start the drive. Strong. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Strong. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They motion the running back out left. Looking to throw. Strong. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. When you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. At as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Off the play fake, Cousins.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
On second down, Cousins again. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
Greg Zerline on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Strong. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And he's got it inside the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Whitfield, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
First down, here's Cousins.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Tucker McCann is set to kick off.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw is Cousins. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
McCann for the point after.
And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this is Cook with a grab. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. To throw, Cousins.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Throwing on first down. Strong. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Operating from the gun. Strong. And his pass incomplete.
Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
On second down now. Whitfield. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Okay, he didn't bring that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Out of the gun now on third down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Shark, his second touchdown of the night. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
McCann's got it teed up. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnover.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
To throw on second down. Strong. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Up the middle they go. Whitfield, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Vikings by 17.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
They'll set up to throw. Uses the stiff arm.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On play action, Cousins.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This ball complete to Reagor.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got Smith here. Call it a gain of a yard, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Following the interception, Cousins. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Looking to throw on second down. Strong. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Lions first down.
On first down, Strong. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Shark's got it, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throws right side, and that's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll look to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Lewis C. And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
So good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
So this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of there. And now here is another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Strong. And Shark calls it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. McCann's got it teed up. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
First down, Detroit.
On 1st and 10. Strong. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Lions add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
McCann's got it teed up. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
First down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on a
open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, it's Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
McCann now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Lions 76, Vikings 25. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Open right side, complete to Rager.
7 yards there and a first down. Cousins.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Cousins to throw it.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been